You come all the way to title and you're looking for a few extra ways to save a little bit more money. And next, all the policies start popping up and you're wondering to yourself, do you really need this policy? Do you really need this kind of protection? And especially as the buyer, you're already paying for a lot of things out of pocket, and all these other added expenses, do you really need them? The short answer is yes, you need them. It really comes down to a few basic things. If getting slapped with a back due bill that did not even belong to you sounds like a good time, an angry baby mama coming out of the woodwork saying she now has a claim in the property, you had a neighbor that gave themselves a few extra yards of property at the previous owner's expense and they have no way of backing it up, and a bunch of other things that could come up that could hinder your quality of life and your property, you're gonna need these policies. This is Ron with Keller Williams Elite with the Ron and Jill Group. Before we get started, please hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. We're going to be posting a lot of content weekly. Also, this will support the channel, help it grow, and give other people non-boring content. Now, let's get to the show. When you go to title, you're going to see some policies coming up, and they are there to protect you for any unforeseeable events that may happen. And these unforeseeable events are going to protect you from people trying to come after your property or coming after you as the new homeowner for a money grab. When it comes to these policies, there are two distinct ones. The first one, it is the title policy. One of the words I've seen come up here when it relates to these title policies is called a defect. A defect is a fancy word for the term screw up. Somebody screwed something up. A defect can be caused by forgery, fraud, undue influence, or straight up incompetency. A defect can also come from an undisclosed prior lien or prior mortgage that was on that property. There's no right of access to the land you purchased. A defect can also be caused by improper execution of the documents. Also, the documents not being filed properly, not being filed or indexed with the proper public recorder. When it comes to these title companies, pretty much across the board, one of the things I've seen is they are very thorough when it comes to their title searches. It is their job to make sure the title is free and clear. They're looking back at the chain of events that happened from previous owner to previous owner to previous owner to make sure that there is no gap, no questions, or anything else that could possibly come up. However, even with the most skilled title representatives, mistakes do happen. Sometimes things fall through the cracks and it is totally unavoidable. Also, there are other types of errors or forgeries that do happen, and even with the best title reps, you know what? It happens. If you are borrowing money to purchase a home, there is going to be a lender's policy. More often than not, the lender is going to require you to purchase that lender's policy. Now, this lender policy is not for you, it's for the lender. Now, this policy is for the protection of the lender for the money they lend you for that property. Also, this covers the lender for the amount of the loan. Next thing we're going to get into is the owner's policy. This is totally different from homeowners insurance. Two totally separate things. Homeowners insurance, this is something you use when your air conditioner goes out in the middle of the summertime and you need to get somebody out there ASAP to come fix it because you have homeowners insurance. There is a massive hailstorm that came along and all your terracotta tile is destroyed, your roof is totally screwed up, and you need to get it fixed. That's homeowners insurance. An owner's policy is in reference to the deed of the property. It is protecting you from anything that's unforeseen, the title representatives missed, or something that just comes right out of left field. Some of these unforeseen events that do come up is judgments, especially if it is a judgment from the previous homeowner, but now you're the current homeowner and they're trying to stick you with the bill. Let's say the previous homeowner had a bunch of work done, and all of a sudden now there's a mechanic's lien on there for work done prior to you moving into that property. Fraud or stolen identity, something that was uncovered, there's a forgery documentations, and this was something that was not caught by the title search or any other search whatsoever, and all of a sudden now it's coming up to light, and this was something that happened before you even became the property owner. That'll be under the homeowner's policy. You got a new survey done to your property and all of a sudden you realize, hey, by the way, my next door neighbor just gave themselves a few extra yards of property, but my property line is inside their yard. So having this homeowner's policy is a very good peace of mind, and if something does come up, you are very well protected. Another thing too, when it comes to these homeowner policies, is after you sell the property, you may not be living there. Let's just say something does come up and they're trying to stick you with the bill or stick you with the mechanics lien that you had nothing to do with. Just whip out your policy. It will take care of you. There have been a few times when it comes to title, I have seen these title companies, what they go through and the attorneys they have on staff to protect not only their interest, but the interest of their clients, whether it's the buyer or the seller. Okay, folks, I hope you found value in this content. Please, before you leave, hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. We're going to be posting a lot of content here weekly. Also, if you look down in the video description below, you'll see a link to our calendar. We would love to set up a time and talk to you. Until then, we'll see you soon.